And with that, let's bring in Chris Swecker, former assistant FBI director. Chris, we're going to get to the investigation into Hunter Biden in just a minute. But first, got to ask you about this $30,000 a month that the Secret Service is paying, meaning the taxpayers are paying to rent a mansion right next to Hunter Biden. You know, taxpayers look at that and go, this is just such a gross waste of money. Is this necessary? Who's to blame here?
Good morning, Carly and Todd. Yeah, it's definitely an affront to taxpayers. I mean, you would think that they would make some effort to minimize the cost of the taxpayers in this instance by selecting a property that has some outbuilding on the premises where the Secret Service can hang out. Unfortunately, it's not illegal, and it cuts across several presidencies. But I think the laws need to be changed. It's clear. I mean, this is just another way that the Bidens have figured out how to fleece and monetize his dad's various offices. I think this is bad in normal times, but we also have to remember right now, 40-year inflation high right now in February of this year, 7.9% year over year. People are struggling right now to pay their bills. They don't need to see their tax dollars going to pay for Hunter Biden's Secret Service. Meantime, let's get to Hunter Biden. Speaking of which, you say the investigation into Hunter is much larger than we know about. Why do you say that? Yeah, there's a trail that the FBI has left that most people wouldn't recognize, and one of it, which is the receipt that they left when they picked up the Hunter Biden laptop at the repair shop. On the receipt is a file number. It's a 272 file number, which is an FBI money laundering investigation file number, which involves what they call specified unlawful activities, unknown. So that means that there is an open investigation as of that time that the FBI was working, targeting the owner of that laptop, in which he committed some type of, or is suspected of committing some type of unlawful activity that has generated illicit proceeds. So I think it's not just a tax investigation. I think it's a money laundering investigation. Wow. It could involve fraud. I mean, here's a fraud scheme. If you go to a mark, if you will, the Chinese government or anybody else and tell them, I have someone who can influence things and peddle that influence and sell it, then that is fraud if the person isn't actually involved. The worst case scenario is that person, Joe Biden, the big guy, is actually involved. Yeah, well, I was just about to ask you about that very thing, because now there is reporting from the New York Post that says that a grand jury witness was asked about this deal that Hunter Biden made with the Chinese energy firm and questions about the big guy. We know that Tony Bobolinsky, who was an associate of Hunter Biden, says that the big guy is now President Biden. So could this investigation include him, the sitting president? Well, it could, so they have to look at, they're going to investigate all the angles, if you will. This is the U.S. attorney up in Delaware. He was a Trump appointee, so I think he's going to run out all the angles here. I mean, the fact that there are witnesses going in front of the grand jury is an indication of seriousness. They don't do that unless a case has some legs. The other thing is this Chinese mogul that he was supposedly dealing with that has ties to the military intelligence. Even the Chinese have alleged that he's corrupt, and he's been detained by the Chinese. So there's all kinds of red flags here. I think that this investigation is still running its course. People wonder why it takes so long. It just takes a long time when you're doing an international case like this to get your hands on the records that you need to create what I would call a slam dunk case, because that's what they're going to need. And another big tell, Chris? The media is actually paying attention to it, which implies they know that this is a big deal. They know something's coming around. Chris Swecker, appreciate your insight. Very, very intriguing stuff. Thank you, sir.